very hard to trust even your most loyal people. Because you don't know...
But were you not afraid?
No. I have nothing to be afraid of.
Okay.
I have done nothing wrong.
And you found the Gardaí and everything. They quickly established the facts. They sent a file to the DPP. You found the criminal justice system worked well?
Brilliantly.
Okay.
And that's why I would urge other victims out there, don't be afraid, because the Garda system is brilliant.
Okay. Now, what are you calling?
Hey guys, what's going on?
Basically, because
thanks very much for joining me on this test drive. John, how are you?
So in fear that this
John, nice to see you. Nice to see you, John.
I used to live out in the countryside.
John Thomas, John Carey, John Scanlon, John Ninja Gamer, John Mark Stew, John Ocelot.
Was come into the sitting room.
Just gonna do a bit of a test drive in the Mercedes AMG range.
And as I said before, SIM cards.
Just taking the baby out for a spin. Maybe a bit too much of a spin there into the corner. And we're going for gold here, guys. I have a best record time of 7:33, which bagged me a silver trophy. I don't know if you've ever driven one of these babies. Not too good there. Don't know if you've ever had the privilege of driving one of these guys.
And last night, Sinn Féin insisted
but yeah, they're a pretty hard beast to handle.
Had been to report the abuse to the force, and that is their standard advice in all circumstances.
This is the one of the new Mercedes AMG range. Leather seats, Bluetooth as standard.
Kangaroo court. Why would he need
Ivan Yates in the flug plots.
Well, he can deny it all he wants. I know it. My wife knows it.
The neck of these guys trying to get ahead of me. There's a guy right in front here, driving an old coupe.
There's local and European elections on Friday.
The road really narrows here. It's a hard stretch, but we're gonna squeeze in past this guy. Fuck you. Fuck you.
To what you're saying?
No way. I don't know who he thought he was. Jesus Christ, man. Fucking going spinning here, guys. The neck of this.
I was born and bred in it. But this has absolutely
leave these fuckers for dust, John.
Politics.
Now we go for the interior view as we head down the Frooks Roner.
Is that Sinn Féin knew of that, and he was working with autistic children.
Jesus Christ.
And all over the world, he was teaching English to children across Madrid, Thailand, China.
This guy's on about Jerry Adams teaching English in Madrid.
And the Sinn Féin party.
And Sinn Féin. The IRA.
That he was not exiled in 2002.
So you believe there are other victims out there who haven't come forward?
I do.
Now we've got another piece of road here. The Metzgefeld.
God.
It's a real sweet turn here as we come in hard. Definitely don't overcook it on the accelerator, guys. You need to have a good, especially when you're in the Callan-Hard. Coming up to the Callan-Hard here, it's a hard squeeze, and up ahead we've got another Mercedes. It's just all about Mercedes today.
Just tell me what's
not going to change.
This whole saga has had on you personally and your family.
Well,
there we go, this coochie coo here.
At home, in my own
trying to get ahead of me on the Versiphon. We're gonna fucking strange him out of it there and move by his stupid car. It's a great car. Look, all Mercedes are great, but I mean, that is just... What the fuck is he playing at? This is drive time. Getting a good lap time can be daunting, but it doesn't have to be, Samantha.
I bet the man, I bet the system, I bet...
Sorry about this, guys. Just had to take a break there. It's getting a little bit too much, a little bit too fruity.
Well, look, if
someone driving a fucking a road car there, it's a touring car or something.
Just to make you sleep at night. But that's all gone now.
I don't think they even care about me. They're not caring about damaging the bodywork. They're definitely not preparing for me to overtake on the left-hand side.
I am more relaxed. I walked into a local supermarket yesterday, and I met an old friend of mine from 20 years ago, and I was just
test driving
amazed. He said, "Oh, lad, don't you look well?"
Thanks very much, Conor Fowler.
Well, look, it's everything's over and done. No,
thank you very much.
Over the last couple of years,
how much would they give me off the new Mercedes if I trade in my 06 Clio? Not very much, Conor. Not very much is the answer to that. I'm gonna have to say. In fact, I don't know anyone, and I worked as a senior sales executive for Mercedes Ireland for like 15 years. Not once did we have anyone come in to trade in a Renault.
Never has it happened.
Do you know what I mean?
And they can put it out with
a Clio. Go on. Hop, skip, and jump. That's what we would have told you.
She never will be.
Thanks very much.
But the same old mantra.
Look at this. He's driving a what's that? A fucking soccer mom car or something. Go on. You might as well go out and buy yourself a Dacia. If you're driving one of those things. Do you know who drives those? Soccer moms and grannies. Get the hell out of my way. I'm driving the latest AMG range, fresh out of the showroom in Geneva. Okay, guys. Just sold the second house now, just so I could afford this. I actually knew a guy. I knew a guy from Greystones who licked a man's sack just so that he could get tickets to the Geneva Motor Show.
In a year or 2 years, will I keep letting?
And that man's name?
Sexual abuse. Will this
Ivan Yates.
And eat me up, or will I go forward?
Let's just move on. We're moving on fast and swift here, guys. Not going to be a great lap. It's not going to be a great lap. It's going to be. We're probably going to be over bronze.
As if you're a new person. Especially like when I got guilty.
We've got another couple of coochie coos coming up here. Just out of work. Fuck off, man. You want to get... This is Mondello, not the M50. Get off my road. See you later. Watch that. Figure of 8, threading the needle. Fuck me, man. These guys need to go into their local Zurich broker soon. Sooner rather than later, because it's never too early. Never, ever too early.
Thank you for joining us on The Hard Shoulder.
Thank you for joining us on The Hard Shoulder. With Ivan Yates. Nissan.
World's best-selling electric vehicle.
Wow.
Test drive today.
Test drive the Nissan. Go away.
Have a great afternoon.
Have a great day.
The #1 in Ireland for laptops, cameras, TVs, and all things tech.
Thanks very much there, Muttman.
Cold tea.
A Long Island iced tea.
Thanks very much, Muttman.
If she doesn't start her
Thank you so much for that.
Are you...
We'll turn those adverts off for a moment just so we can experience raw driving sound and power.
I just put pen to paper on a new pension deal from Zurich.
Johnny, thanks so much. You should... I just put pen... Whoa! Fuck, John. No, Johnny, how you getting on, dude? Look, brother man, Johnny, you asked there, did Fontaine...
I just spoke to your wife. You've been the victim of bank fraud.
Ivan Yates, thank you so much. Look, Johnny's asking there, did Fontaine ever finish L.A. Noire? Well, gonna be honest with you guys, no is the answer, and secondly, he's probably gonna be back either tonight or tomorrow. I can't guarantee that. I'd say tomorrow. Look, we've been seriously rebuffed here, guys. Ivan Yates, thanks so much, and Johnny. We're now at the Flance Garden, which is one of the hardest sections of the track. Okay, guys, one of the hardest sections of the track coming up. One of the hardest sections of the track coming up. And this is where things get a little bit sexy because we've a hard straight just around these necks, the neck of this bend. It's a real tough cookie to crack. But as my granny always used to say, that's the way the cookie crumbles. And now we enter the Schwarzenbenschwanz. Another fine, mighty German corner at the northern section of the Nürburgring Nordschleifer. You bet your life on it. I'm gonna be fucking making bronze time, and that's gonna be no joke. And we're gonna keep doing this, guys. Bronze is the aim of the game here. I don't say that lightly. I don't even fucking attribute any weight to the words I'm saying, so I don't even know why I'm assuring you that it isn't a light meaning of the word. In fact, I didn't really throw any weight behind the wording in that sentence at all. Basically, if I'm getting heavy, you'll fucking know about it, John, right? Did you speak to Zurich yet? This is the mighty strait I was talking about, Bilstein. Bilstein. Right underneath the Bilstein bridge we go. We've got another chicane coming up. Here we go. Slow down for the chicane, guys. Don't hit the apex or you're gonna make that tail spin. And we gotta go another time once more, guys. Another chicane. And one more. It's a tough nut to crack. We're not going in for pit stops this time. What we're gonna do is we're gonna finish up with a possible bronze, and that's no good for no man or beast. That's no good for no man or beast. Bronze, get out of that, get up out of that. We're not going for bronze. We're going for gold, baby. Pure mother gold.
You know, I'd offer you a bit of slur, but I raided most of that last night. You don't even blame me, though, after the week I've had.
Gav from Effin. Thanks so much, buddy, for the 345, Gav. Gav from Effin with the 345. Thanks so much. It's great.
I've just spoke to your wife. You've been the victim of bank fraud.
Schwarzenben. Sorry to have to say, buddy. You've been the victim of bank fraud. You've no money left in your account. Thanks so much, Schwartz and Ben. Really nice, really kind. I really appreciate it, okay? What's Yates saying? Let's get a bit of Yates on. Let's stick a bit of Yates on there, guys.
When the jury in the anacretal trial has begun watching...
Let's turn that off. Bit of a dark news segment there. We can't have that, guys. We're gonna move on here. Move on swift and fast. And tackle the Nürburgring Nordschleife for yet another pop at the Golden Trophy. As we move into the first bend, liquid smooth, tickling the apex with a feather duster of a tire tread. Don't ever mock me. Don't ever mock the afflicted either. It's not good, especially if you're up there in your ivory tower, guys. People below you. Don't feel comfortable when you're up there driving an AMG around the Nürburgring for the second time in your life, trying to make a pop at the gold trophy. You've got all sorts of Mercs in front of you. Old, new, coupes, sedans, sports range, soccer mom kind of jobs. Stuff your granny would drive. Do you know, if you've got a bit of spare change in the back pocket, why not throw your granny a fucking Merc soccer mom job? Make her feel special and wanted as we move past the coupe. As we move past the coupe at an alarming pace, John. Interestingly enough, Dara Fitzgerald. Right, we'll start that again, guys.
When I slither home after a hard day out in the fields, there's nothing I like more than lashing a few stick-ins into the fireplace and setting fire to them. Be careful not to burn your hands like I did. While I'm waiting for that baby to get going, I do a few rolls on the ground and a few reptilious repetitions just to get the blood flowing. Once those flames are licking high, it's time to stick your coal in it. You can generate extra draftage by using your gooch as a waft. Now all that's left is to sit back and warm your sack by the flames. This message was brought to you by Firelighters.
Welcome to Thunder.
Right, sorry about that, guys.
You're fucked.
Sorry about that, guys.
Call Celebrate.
Technical gremlins.
Pension deal from Zurich. You should too, John.
C-Mac Millionaire, thanks so much, buddy. We're gonna go.
You're fucked.
Call Celebrate. I just put pen to paper on a new pension deal from Zurich. You should too, John.
Robbie Brothers, thanks so much, man. Oh, fuck. Technical gremlins, guys. Sorry about that. Gonna have to stop looking at stuff. Gonna have to just cop on, you know. Look, it's been a tough day. We're trying to get gold. Where was I? Yeah, I was talking about my friend. Interestingly enough, guys, I have a friend is a Zurich broker. Dara Fitzgerald. He was saying that he drives a coupe. A 1967 Mercedes, solid pearl Clio white, and he drives that insanely around Donabate on a weekend. He's also he shook hands with Jackie Stewart, and he's good friends also with Eddie Jordan. Also, while we're on the subject of Dara Fitzgerald, my friend, the Zurich stockbroker, this is the kind of car he drives up the Quiddelbacher Hoch, and he's got a 1967 Mercedes AMG original coupe, and he likes to fling that down the Flug plots when he has time. Every June and July he heads out to the Nürburgring, just to bring back the memories, dust off the cobwebs, and say, do you know what? Fuck it all. I'm taking the Merc over to Jur. We're gonna drive that into the ground. And he actually he's the first guy who got me into Zurich in a big way. Because up until then, didn't really give the pension much thought, you know? He was like, John, have you ever, you're halfway through the round, the big round of golf known as life. You're currently on the back nine. You're currently on the back nine, John. And you need to start thinking about what you're gonna do once you reach the 19th hole. I said, you know what, man, fuck you. You can stick your pension up your hole. Because I've busted my bollocks all throughout my life. You know, left school, took a gap year out in Mongu. Went and helped peasants out in Mongu. Came back, straight into a high-power business degree. Went for a postgrad in the DBS, guys. Managed to get my foot in the door. The future was always sealed because my father was partner at AMG and KPMG as well. I managed to make partner at KPMG at the age of 23. And since then, things have just been going so swiftly and smoothly that I never even gave the back nine much thought. Dara was like, listen, I'm gonna give you the PowerPoint of a lifetime in just a sec. And I said, why are you gonna give me why just a sec, Dara? Why not now? Why not bust out the fucking lap now? And he said, my driving is shocking, guys. And anyway, yeah, he was driving at the time. He said, look, I want to give you a PowerPoint on a Zurich, John. I said, listen, John, even though your name's Dara, I'm just going to call you John from now on, right? And he said, look, I'm going to give you a PowerPoint in a sec. Right after this. And I said, what's this? And he goes, this. And he just puts the fucking foot down in the coupe and goes, right. He just lifts it, Need for Speed, drops the gear knob down to third, accelerates past all the fucking scum in front of him, and overtook. And he was just screaming. And he was just screaming out the window. Look at me go. Look at me go. Look at me. Look at me. Do you know?
When I slither home after a hard day out in the fields, there's nothing I like more than lashing a few stick-ins into the fireplace and setting fire to them. Be careful not to burn your hands like I did. While I'm waiting for that baby to get going, I do a few rolls on the ground and a few reptilious repetitions just to get the blood flowing. Once those flames are licking high, it's time to stick your coal in it. You can generate extra draftage by using your gooch as a waft. Now all that's left is to sit back and warm your sack by the flames. This message was brought to you by Firelighters.
So there I was, passenger seat of the coupe Mercedes, pearl white, 1967 classic car, limited edition, passenger seat no less. Captain Dara Fitzgerald at the fucking helm. Zurich broker. He was a Zurich broker. And he's like, look, John, you know me. I was like, Dara, you don't need to tell me anything more. You've convinced me about Zurich. I'm sold, right? He says, look, I'm going to give you a little PowerPoint. I was like, yeah, all right. Bust out the lap and let's get grooving. He says, I'll give you a PowerPoint, John, right after this. I go, what's this? And he goes, drops the fucking gear shift down a few notches. Like a fucking speeding bullet train on the M50 past all the schleps in their sedans, their fucking hatchbacks. And he's just going like a fucking cannonball. Like a fucking cannonball down the M50, right? Electric windows as standard in the coupe 1967 weren't even invented back then, but he had them installed. He hit the button on his mobile phone. You shouldn't even text, but he had an app for electric windows on his fucking iPhone Galaxy 9. Literally, it was like this. I mean, this is just a shitty Almira, right? You wouldn't catch me driving this piece of shit. This is what he was like. Wait. One moment. This is where he was. We're driving along. I'm expecting a PowerPoint on the M50. And this is what Dara says. He's doing 120. He's probably doing 140. Do you all know who I am? Do you fucking know who I am? I'm Dara. I'm Dara. I think we might stick a bit of Yates on, John.
Hello, delivery for Mrs. Walsh.
I love adverts on the radio, they're great.
Yeah, sorry about the wait. We've been really busy, and with just a couple of vans.
You need a bigger fleet and
Yeah,
economics.
you need a bigger fleet.
Flexible hire plans, you can increase the number of vans you rent when you need to, and return unused vans when you don't. No commitment, no hassle, just...
Vanomics.
Yeah. Find out more at northgatevehiclehire.ie. Terms and conditions apply.
.ie.
It's summer. And if you want to know what the weather will be like, don't ask us. But if you want help,
Malin 159 Mal, not smoking anything, man.
Up to our free 8-week
Mugs
health
game.
transformation program for health and well-being.
Mugs game. The smoke will just completely, your lungs will degenerate. You'll be coughing, you'll be spluttering, you'll be stinking. Tenner out of your pocket a day. If you're a 20 a day man like I used to be, you know.
Relentless pace. Be inside the game with exclusive live matches and expert analysis. So tough and so skillful. Catch the unmissable action of the GAA All-Ireland
Catch the unmissable action of the GAA.
For 6 months.
Whoa!
Sky GAA. New Sky Sports customers. Sky TV minimum term and T's and C's apply.
Hiring a car on holiday? Don't get ripped off at the car rental desk abroad. Did you know
Big shout out, guys, to Manchester City. Did the business there.
That's just 14 cents a day. Cover includes damage to
Against
windscreen, tires, keys, and more.
Watford
So caught out with extra charges
in the
at the car
Football
hire desk
Association
abroad.
trophy.
Visit carhireaccess.ie
Oh,
or
trophy. They won the FA trophy
44.47.
over
Prices
in England.
Based on annual European cover for persons aged 21 to 84 with full license. Price per day rate quoted is based on annual
I started
European
supporting
policy.
Man City
Your
there a
insurance
couple of
limited
years
trade
ago.
and car
I haven't looked back
regulated by the
since.
Central Bank
It
of
was
Ireland.
Chelsea before that.
To describe in detail every
Was
inch of the new Range
Manchester
Rover Evoque
United
with
for
its
like
unmistakable coupe-like
10
silhouette.
years
You'll
before
recognize
that.
quiet refinement when you see it. And with a new mild hybrid electric engine and
New
intuitive
mild
technology,
hybrid
you have
electric.
a car that handles superbly both on road and off. So if you're looking for a compact SUV that takes city driving above and beyond, look no further. New Range Rover Evoque from
The new Range Rover Evoque.
€42,500. Book your test drive today at landrover.ie.
Book the test drive
Delivery and related
tonight.
Charges apply.
I'm not.
We're doing a
the kind of
midnight
person
test
who wants
drive.
to sit in a metal box. I don't want to slowly die in traffic.
Now we're
I
at the
want to ride a
Dottinger
motorbike.
Ho.
And
It looks
I
like
want
it's
to
going to
keep
be a
riding
bronze
a motorbike.
time again,
I don't want to
guys.
suddenly die
Not
in
something I
traffic.
anticipated, to be honest.
I'm
I
not
wanted to
the
go
kind
for
of
silver
person
at
who wants
least.
to lie in a wooden box.
But we're going to be,
Biking
I'd
is a
say,
joy.
in and
Don't let
around
it kill you. Half a biker fatalities are caused by
7:55, probably
motorcycle
about.
speeding.
You're looking
So
at
ease off the
8:20,
throttle and keep within the speed limit
8:21.
from the Road Safety Authority.
Hi, I'm Fiona O'Driscoll, Soup Value store owner. All things considered, Soup Value is the place
Yeah,
to
I'd
fill your
say
trolley
about
with great
8:10,
offers like any 3 for €10
8:05,
across a range
8:10.
of 34 fresh Irish dinner and barbecue meats. Super Value 7 offers.
Yeah, hopefully Mondello at the weekend with Dara, you know.
Wine €7 each. All things considered,
He
it's
saves
Super
the
Value.
coupe
Enjoy
for
alcohol
Nürburgring
responsibly.
during the June, July, when he summers in Jur.
With the all-new 100% electric Nissan Leaf.
Fuck
Test
the
drive
Leaf,
today
man.
At Nissan.ie.
Smoke the bullets, not the Leaf.
This is News Talk.
Well, that That uplifting music was Zadok the Priest by Handel, and we played that because the future King of England is in Wicklow today, and Henry McKean is there for us. This Prince Charles trip was kept top secret, only made public this afternoon. Of course, the great unwashed didn't know about it, but to find out why Prince Charles is in the Garden County and what he got up to, Henry joins me on the line.
We'll leave that there for a moment. Just needed the news talk to straighten things out. I was getting a little bit too giddy before because the prospect of reaching the gold trophy on the Nürburgring Nordschleife. Just a bit of a breakdown, guys, as to what we're trying to achieve here. To the left of my head there is the track. It's a long track, okay? You're probably looking at about 8K. I'd say you could be looking at 15K. You could actually be looking at about 25K.
I've just spoke to your wife. You've been the victim of bank fraud.
You're going to ATN. Thanks so much for that tip. I don't know if I'm going to ATN. I haven't been invited. Get on to, if you want me to go, if you want me to do a show there, I suggest you contact your local ATN broker and say you want Viper Francis Higgins. If Francis Higgins gets booked, then I'm gonna go with Francis, you know. He's the ringmaster. He's letting me do the stream. Big shout out to Francis Higgins for letting me do the stream, guys. But
you know, I'd offer you a bit of slur, but I raided most of that last night. Do you know if you blame me though? After the week I've had.
Primo Karma, thanks so much, man. After the week I've had. Go on. Think I fucking need it. No amount of fucking Ivan Yates and apples and bananas are gonna fucking save me.
I just spoke to your wife. You've been the victim of bank fraud.
Jacob Rees-Mogg MP, thanks so much. You've been the victim of bank fraud. But yeah, I had a great time at ATN Festival last year. I didn't make an appearance myself, you know. Went to watch Francis Higgins do his seminal PowerPoint display. I'm a sucker for a PowerPoint, guys. You know that. And the stuff I saw Francis doing, it kind of inspired me. Let's just say it inspired me to pick up the pace myself. And no doubt, he's inspired quite a lot of other people as well. But yeah, I mean, that's that, you know. He hasn't been seen in a while. I heard he was doing the Getaway stream last night and was watching that. Gotta be honest with you guys, not my favorite stream. More of a Fontaine man myself. Okay, guys, be more of a Fontaine man myself. But I gotta give a big shout out to TK. TK is the Medici of the stream. He is the benefactor. He is the mystery benefactor, which is powering the Nürburgring Nordschleife. And words cannot express how grateful I and Francis and the team are to everyone who watches and tunes in. Do you know? But yeah, that's great. And we finally got a silver trophy on this there before I came on stream. Just wanted to do a test drive, you know. Unfortunately, I'm relaying tales of yore while I'm going around the track, and it's kind of hard, guys. It's getting tough, like, you know. It's coordination is kind of hard. So let's just jump into this again. Welcome to the AMG Driving Academy. Here you will learn the techniques and rules necessary to drive the hallowed Nürburgring. Last of all, it's time to try a non-stop lap of the Nürburgring Nordschleife in the SLS AMG. even if you've had no problems driving it in the 300 SL, the greater average speed will make driving this without error much more difficult. If you find that you keep making mistakes, try driving around at 80% of your limit, guys, right? Learn the rhythm of your run as you did in the beginner's lessons. From there, you can start work to reduce your time. We all know what time means, don't we? Time is all around us. It's ticking away, ever present, fleeting. You'll never get these moments back, okay? You're watching me now, and I'm telling you, you're never gonna get these moments back. Okay, guys, let's go for another run.
Cause celebrate. I just put pen to paper on a new pension deal from Zurich. You should too, John.
Johnson's wireless printer, thanks very much, buddy. Are Zurich regulated by the central bank? Yes. Financial regulator, completely above board, okay? We're one of the best investment banks in Europe.
Cause celebrate. I just put pen to paper on a new pension deal from Zurich. You should too, John.
Thanks very much for that. We're going to start again now. Brain Slug, thanks very much for that. Slow
It's
down.
almost 6 o'clock. Time to get down to your local Mercedes dealer and ask about test driving the new Mercedes.
Thanks so much, Mama Duck. Big shout out to Mama Duck. Look, was hoping I'd see you there, Mama Duck. You want to get down to your local Zurich broker tonight. They're going to be holding a 24-hour darkness into light Zurich Brokathon in aid of Davos, all the poor people out in Davos. So you want to get yourself down to that tonight. If you haven't thought about your pension, if you haven't thought about how many paydays you've got left, then I'm sorry, guys, but don't want to say, I'm not going to pull any punches. You're fucked. Okay?
You're fucked.
Get down to see my friend Killian Davos. He's senior sales advisor at Mercedes Ireland, and he also has the keys to the Zurich broker out in Dalkey. He's just a key holder, and we can go there tonight if you want. Don't tell the owner, and we'll have a little bit of a sesh.
I'd offer you a bit of slur, but I raided most of that last night.
Killian.
You don't even blame me, though. After the week I've had.
Killian's going to be down there tonight at the AMG Brokathon down in Dalkey. He's going to have a bottle of Schlur. And don't be dismayed about that. Because if I know Killian Willian, and I think I do, Killian, you're probably going to taint that Schlur with something a little bit naughty. A little bit nasty. Something a little bit cheeky. Cause I hear you're a devil for the vodka. Okay? Grey Goose. I'd be a Grey Goose man myself, John.
Paper on a new pension deal from
Thanks
Zurich.
very much, display name.
John.
And Killian Willian, look, I need to drive this Mercedes. So please just don't get upset with me if I'm missing the chat messages there, guys. I can see in the chat, Mist, Andrew, Jimmy Jesus, the long-standing Jesus, man. Jesus, guys, we're on the Schweiden cruise. Now we're heading into Orenburg, which is a real nice bend. A real sweet bend. Tickle the apex with the feather duster. The tire treads crafted from hard rubber, but they were handcrafted tires. None of your Yokohama bullshit. This is pure fucking Bridgestone customized tires, handcrafted by children out in Indonesia. And chiseled non-stop for hours. And you might think that's pretty bad, guys, but they actually earn a great wage. When you think about it, when it all adds up in the end, it's all relevant to their economy. You know, you do get a lot of greens saying to you, you know, it's not ethical to drive that kind of machine, that kind of torque, that kind of horsepower, that kind of HP, that kind of torque. You know, your carbon footprint is going to be too big. And I have a friend who's always banging on about that Fiacre. I said to him, do you know what, Fiacre? Do you want to see my carbon footprint? Yeah, Fiacre. Do you want to see my carbon footprint, Fiacre?
You're fucked.
I just said, do you want to see my carbon footprint, Fiacre? Unzip the G-Star Raws. I just got it out and said it's... Just put a bit of Yates back on there, see if we can get the...
He seems to be coming quite often, Prince Charlie.
No, you're right. He's come a lot in the last 5 years. He first visited in 2002. This is his 5th visit since 2015. So he comes here an awful lot. And this morning he visited
Who's this guy on the radio talking absolute ring to Yates? And let me just add, by the way, Ivan Yates is he's quintessentially the greatest gentleman that ever lived. I actually would put him, he's probably the best Yates
and Irish culture. You know, and Glenn Cree is very interesting because
ever came out of Ireland.
Israel and Palestine.
I don't say that lightly.
Sri Lanka.
He's up there with. I mean, you can have your WB.
Interesting, and where I'm actually speaking to you from right now.
You know, you can have your fucking Jack Yates, his brother, the painter, not as famous as WB, still upheld in high regard.
Everything when it comes to
but Ivan Yates, they don't have those two Yates brothers, the artist and the poet, don't have the panache or the presentational style that Ivan Yates has. Also, Ivan Yates, just a bigger man. Do you know, he could hold his own. He's just a pure alpha.
He did, Ivan. He did show up eventually. He eventually showed up, but we were all scratching.
Whereas WB, he was a Poindexter. He was a poet. He was good with words.
But he also planted a redwood tree.
You know, he did that fucking poem on the lockout.
But I got to meet
September 1913. Fumbling in the greasy till, guys. Fumbling in the greasy till. But Yates, he wouldn't fumble in a till. Do you know Yates? He does his talking on the radio. And I know for a fact he drives a fucking AMG.
That's part of the reason why he's come to see the Cool Planet Experience.
Okay.
Cool Planet Experience is an interactive kind of climate museum, but they also have a large educational awareness component. So we have over...
God from F, and thanks so much.
After the week I've had.
God from F, and thank you so much. Put this in my Zurich account. I now can trust Zurich as experts in investing these funds in Europe. And political destabilization indexes. Never a truer word spoken, Gav. Or that was display name, actually.
You've been the victim of bank fraud.
Keep it together, John. You've been the victim of bank fraud so much. Thank you so much. Look, let's get around this track, see if we can get a fucking silver trophy at least. It's only meant to be... It's drive time. It's 6 o'clock, guys. It's just gone 6 o'clock.
Cause celebrate. I just put pen to paper on a new pension deal.
Big shout out to JVB. There's nothing like a bit of Van Valkenburg in the afternoon, in the evening. It's just gone 6 o'clock, guys. It's just gone 6 o'clock and we're driving around the Nürburgring. We're at the Bergwerk right now. It's a wide turn actually narrows as you come out the end of the fucking thing. And it's like, say, going off the M50 at the Red Cow, taking a hard left at the Red Cow, then just heading out to Kildare or wherever the fuck you want to go there, Westmeath. I actually took a left at the Red Cow once, ended up at Weston Airport. Thankfully, one of my friends is a pilot there down at Weston. His name is Gav from Effin. He flies, should I say, one of the limited edition Mercedes S-Class Learjets, which haven't been invented yet. Funnily enough, he's friends with the guy who works in the Zurich broker in Geneva, who gets free comp passes to the motor show every year. They were at a seance together after the Geneva show, and they were visited by the ghost of Mercedes. Now this is some we're getting a bit spooky here, guys. Things are getting a bit spooky, guys. Sorry about this. Trying to hold it together, relaying some of the true stories from my life. And the ghost of Mercedes came down during the seance. They were all liquored up on schnapps. So I was saying to them at the time, "Are you sure now? Was this some real Ouija board? Was this some real Ouija board stuff, or were you just stonked on schnapps?" And he was like, "No, Conor, look, I'm fucking telling you the truth, man. The ghost of Mercedes came down, was hovering above our heads, lingering, softly speaking to us." The dulcet tones of Germanic Teutonic Mercedes brogue. And it whispered into our ears, "San Schwinkenswein Spunkentooth." San Spook. San Spooken.
When I slither home after a hard day out in the fields, there's nothing I like more than lashing a few stickings into the fireplace and setting fire to them. Be careful not to burn your hands like I did. While I'm waiting for that baby to get going, I do a few rolls on the ground and a few reptilious repetitions just to get the blood flowing. Once those flames are licking high, it's time to stick your coal in it.
Technical gremlins, guys! Jimmy Jesus, thanks so much. Great to see you in the new Mercedes, Jesus. Shout out to Frankie Scones, the Kowloon County Council, safe travels, Tommy Swords, and his flight back to Kowloon wet. Well, that's lovely, isn't it? Really nice to have a Kowloon community.
I've just spoke to your wife. You've been the victim of bank fraud.
Rory Doherty, thanks so much. I'm really sad to hear that you've been the victim of bank fraud. The news came through earlier on Snapchat. Your wife said on Snapchat that you've been the victim of bank fraud, Rory.
I'd offer you a bit of slur, but I raided most of that last night. Do you know if you blame me, though?
The Dutch Go Kid.
I've had.
Thanks so much, the Dutch Go Kid. Look, really sorry. I've just been having a bit of a breakdown here. JVV, thanks so much too, man. You're a real inspiration. Look, trying to just like hold it together here, guys, because the story about this the spooking tooth was a really serious watershed in my friend's life. Okay, so let's just rewind the tape, guys. Let's just rewind the tape. Geneva Motor Show 2012. My friend Zonad, who works out in a Zurich brokership out in Geneva, gets free comps to the fucking to the Geneva Motor Show every year. He met up with a few of the Mercedes guys out there. They had a case of schnapps. They brought it back to the broker for an after sesh. One of the head honchos from Mercedes whips out a fucking Ouija board. Whips out a fucking Ouija board. And fuck, I can't do it, guys.
When I slither home after a hard day out in the fields, there's nothing I like more than lashing a few stickings into the fireplace and setting fire to them. Be careful not to burn your hands like I did. While I'm waiting for that baby to get going, I do a few rolls on the ground and a few reptilious repetitions just to get the blood flowing. Once those flames are licking high, it's time to stick your coal in it. You can generate extra draftage by using your gooch as a waft. Now all that's left is to sit back and warm your sack by the flames. This message was brought to you by Firelighters.
Fucking whipped out a Ouija board. And right at the moment, the thing, the fucking yoke started to move around the board, spelling out M, then to E, to R, to C, to E, to D, to E, to S. Mercedes. The lot of them are like this. What the fuck are we witnessing here? Are you moving that? He said no. And then they feel the lights start to flicker, and then a fucking ghost came down. And it was the ghost of Mercedes. And it said, in pure Germanic, Teutonic, stylish brogue, Fucken's on Spookentooth. Ground Zero, Bluthmouth. You'd wanna fucking check it out, doof. Alright, 59679, Mercedes plane class. They're all like, what the fuck have we just heard? Mercedes plane class. So, my friend Zonad said, look, this is just too much to handle. I reckon what that means is we have to go out there and build the Spookentooth. And the Mercedes guy's like, was ist das? Was ist das? And he's like, look, you may have nearly won the world over with your world wars. Look, you may have nearly fucking taken over the globe twice. Germany. But it's gonna take me, a fucking Dublin man, to set the world straight and take over the skies in the new Mercedes Spookentooth. And they were going, was ist das Spookentooth? Please, Deutsche Bank. And he was like, look, go back to your fucking desks. I'm gonna head back. I know a guy at Weston Airport who flies jets. And I also know a guy called Conor Williams. That guy is, and you're listening to that guy speak right now, guys. So I managed to get the parts together. We designed the first ever Spookentooth, which is a Learjet with the fucking engine of a Benz C-Class. And nobody knows. It's in a hangar at Weston at the moment, guys. It's under lock and key. But one of these days, we're gonna take it for a fucking spin. It doesn't have Bluetooth, but it has Spookentooth, which allows you to connect your phone, play all your latest hits, Spotify, and Yeah, it's got a lot of fucking green diesel in it too. We're actually gonna fly that fucking thing over to Nürburgring and land it on the Nordschleife. Reverse track, Sunday afternoon, closed. Zonad has a lot of money in the bank. He can arrange for the road closure at Nürburgring. He actually, when we were there the last time, we were on a fucking lads' day out trying to get the gold trophy for Zonad's stag. I don't think I ever told you about Zonad's stag. He was bombing it, he was, around the Nürburgring Nordschleife at fucking dawn. And one of the guys there behind the counter said, look, man, we didn't give you the permission to go out at fucking 4 a.m. like, you know? And Zonad just grabs the guy behind the desk and he goes, listen to me, Nürburgring. Do you know who I am? I'm Zonad. And you're fucking nothing, man. And your man was just like, das ist gut. Get off me, yeah, please. And we just fucking took off then, went for brunch, came back and just drove the track. Drove the track fast, you know. Zonad the Impaler, we all know him as. A real good guy. A real sweet piece.
Cause celebrate. I just put pen to
Father Ted Curley, thanks so much.
Zurich. You should too, John.
I'm in one stream, and I'm out the next. My head's up my arse. Thanks everybody for donating and fucking watching.
John,
it's Ouija board.
Grip. You're 38.
Get a grip, John. You're 38. Thanks so much, Metakitten. Big shout out to Metakitten. We actually crafted a Metakitten out at the fucking Mercedes workshop. There's a mad German scientist out there.
It's almost 6 o'clock. Time to get down to your local Mercedes dealer and ask about test driving the new Mercedes.
There was a bit of a mad. Thanks so much, Scott Fenner. Okay, bit of a donation there from Scott Fenner. Nice guy. Thanks very much. We actually handcrafted a Metakitten with an evil German scientist who went by the name of Fat Cox MEP.
Bank fraud.
Who's just committed bank fraud. Just spoke to your wife, Pat Cox. She Snapchatted into the show. She sent everyone a group chat which said, my husband's bankrupt. Can anybody help us out? We don't want to dip into the pension.
You've been the victim of bank fraud.
Box is a Cobra Toxin, thanks so much. You've been the victim of bank fraud. You've also been framed. Look, sit down. Got some bad news. You're fucked. And it's not gonna get any better.
To your wife. You've been the victim of bank fraud.
Thanks so much for that. John's wife. And look, we're gonna drive one more time and really go for gold. Go for the gold trophy on this, guys.
You know, I'd offer you a bit of slur, but I rated most of that last night.
A real legend amongst men. Jimmy Ling. Known him since he was yay high. A real good guy. We used to jam it up back in the old days. Driving Wallace Arnold coaches and fitting engines into the latest Caetano coaches. Big tripod too. Big shout out for you. Watching from cloudy Belfast on your iPhone. Is it an iPhone 10? Hope so. Great RAM, great pixels. You know, I've got a great shot of the Alps on the iPhone 10. Sadly, the battery is lacking.
To your local Mercedes dealer and ask
about test driving your new Mercedes. It's Ouija or bust, John. Thanks so much for that. Big tripod. You want to upgrade to an iPhone 10 too. Okay, the battery life is almost doubled, okay? I was out for a walkabout around Bern. The battery died within 2 hours of filming.
grip. You're 38.
Pays Hayes, get a grip. Have you been to see anyone about a mortgage yet? Do you even have it? What's the story there? You want to just first things first, come see me. I know Zonad. He works out the fucking. He's a key holder at the Zurich brokership out in Dalkey. We can go there, have a few slurs, fucking set the world to rights over a few slurs, and we'll set you up with a pension that holds up you and your family together. Because it's never too early to start a pension fund. Okay?
Cause celebrate. I just put pen to paper on a new pension deal from Zurich.
Cause celebrate. Frankie Scones just put pen to paper on a new pension deal. Frankie Scones. I'd hate to see you lose everything because you didn't make a pension plan.
John, get a grip.
Get a grip.
You're 38.
Max Dorwin and Frankie Scones. Please, please, please talk to someone. Please. Time's running out. I had a friend. His name was Dave. He didn't fucking plan for the future, and I said to him, Dave, have you even thought about what you're doing? You're fucking 36 next month. You're going on holiday again? Where's the money going, Dave? Where's the money going? You just bought a fucking 151 Audi on your salary. Do you even have that paid off? Go on. Come back to me when you fucking start shaving. And in all fairness, he was an early developer. He started shaving when he was fucking 10. But I mean, I was being rhetorical and metaphorical, implying that he didn't really have his shit together, you know? Look, guys, I'm fucking boring ye, and I need to have one more race before we get off. Let's try and gold trophy this piece of shit before we leave. It's been a blast. It's been a real blast. Just while I'm here, guys, how are the volume levels? Can you hear the car driving there? Because I've got a real mishmash of a setup here, guys. Let me know if you can hear the car driving, guys. I know you can hear me. You're probably sick of hearing me. You're probably fucking sick of hearing me. Perfect, says Kerry. Thanks so much, Kerry. You're a great guy, Kerry. Hawk hiking. We're in the hawk hiking stage here. Real nice driving. Just tickling the apex. Really tickling, tantalizing that apex. Just giving the apex... I want to give the apex a sniff of the tire as you go around. You only want to let the apex smell your tire. Okay? As mentioned before, these tires were handcrafted by children out in Indonesia. And that's the way we want it, because the level of detail and the fucking time spent, you're not going to get that in a factory out here in Europe. You're just not production lines. You want to be taking the Schweiden cruise at a real hefty pace. Drop that down to second as you go into the Orenburg and fuck it up in the sand. You end up like a child playing in a sand pit, building sandcastles. You didn't plan for the future. You didn't drop it down to second, and now you're laughed at. You're a joke. You might as well quit and fucking... I won't say the end of that, in case anybody clips it, puts it up out of context, and says that I was a threat to mental health. So let's overtake this clown in his fucking lime green piece of shit. I mean, I like all the Mercedes, but I mean... It's AMG or bust at this stage. You're a clown. He might as well, the doors, he might as well be driving that thing round a fucking circus. Watching elephants get abused with rings round their trunks. The fucking door's falling off. Lime green. Who picked the colour? Your wife. No thanks. It's black or blue. It's fucking black or blue, John. I got the nickname the Stig. I was actually Stig for 2 seasons of Top Gear before they fucking give me the heave-ho. Jezza Clarkson came up to me one day and he said, listen, Stig, you're getting a bit too big for your helmet. I said, fuck you, you fat tan. And he said, do you know what you are? You're a stupid Irish Mick. I said, fuck you and fuck your Top Gear. And I left. And I said, Jezebel, you're a fucking tit. And that's, I got the heave-ho. And the fucking team accepted Jeremy Clarkson's racism. And Jeremy Clarkson said that I started it first, which I did. I called him a fat tan. But I mean, still, it was in him, do you know? As my father used to say, if it's not in him, it won't come out. And I said to fucking Clarkson that day, fuck you. I'm gonna drive their new Mercedes round town. So guys, we're just gonna move here around this corner, which is known as the Schukenschaffer. You need to watch out because you don't want to get spooked. This particular style Streck has Bluetooth as standard, leather seats, leather upholstery, a really nice steering wheel, and here we are at the Caracciolo Carousel. This is a real famous turn. Up against a load of fucking commercial, like, what's that, an SLK, some C-Class or something like that. Go around them really fast and just say, look, suck my bell. You know, if you're gonna be doing 150 on the M50, you're driving, window goes down, suck my bell. Do you know who I am? Fucking partner at KPMG by the age of 26. Driving like a bat out of hell. Going so fast, the wheels are gonna come off. What time do the wheels go round? The wheels on the Merc go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the Merc go round and round all day long. There's a body in the boot, up the town. Right, we drive this corner hard and fast. A lot of people writing on the road, it's putting me off. All the scribbles on the road are putting me off. Guys, scribbles on the road, putting me off, guys. And we're not gonna make great time yet again. Snaffled. Snaffled, the Scheinhorger. Let's just get into the snake now. We're into the German snake. You gotta ride that, tickle the apex. Just give it a little sniff of your rubber as you go around that little tight shiner into the Stickelback. Oop, the Luftenschaft. Round the fucking Michael Shoehorn. And into the 629er. And you've got 6:38 on the clock. It's not looking good, guys. It's not gonna be a good lap. It's gonna be a fucking shit lap, man. We're fucked. into Donnybrook Fair for a Sambo after this. Sambo's an okay term over here. It's racist in the UK, but it's fine in Donnybrook as we hit fourth gear into the Shine Chauffeur, right up the fucking Ghetto Cornetto shaft. We're on to the Aaron Brennan Straight, the Dottinger Honer, as we go underneath the advertisement for the Audi R8 Supercharge. You won't catch me driving one of those, because I'm brand loyal. Always have been, always will be. Gonna get off after this and go play my Glockenspiel for an hour. Find it quite relaxing, guys, just to play the Glockenspiel in a secluded woodland cabin. A secluded woodland cabin, guys. Sorry I keep laughing all the time, guys. It's actually panic. I'm worried for the future. And I'm just passing on. I'm here to pass on the anxiety to you. And hopefully you can feel a little bit better, guys, that you're not fucked up like me. Okay, got a bit of anxiety, guys. Hopefully you're not fucked up like me. And there we've bronze. It's a bronze trophy again. Go on. Get the fuck out of here. We'll see you later. Look, it's been real, it's been emotional, and hopefully you've had an interesting time.
Just
back
to your wife.
Spookin' Tooth.
You've been the victim of bank fraud.
Spookin' Tooth, you've been the victim of bank fraud. Your wife has just sent a group chat about you. She says that you're not a man anymore, and she wants us to take over.
I've just spoke to your wife. You've been the victim of bank fraud.
I've just spoke to your wife, Mark Monty. Who the devil are you? Thanks so much, Mark Monty. Look, it's been an interesting day. I didn't think I'd fucking make it through. We didn't even silver the fucking track. As you can see, the best record top of your screen is 7:33.026. Sorry about that. Let's try and get there again, okay? Right now I have to go and get down to my local Zurich broker. You should too, chat. It's never too early to start a pension fund. I'll see you later. God bless, take care. It's almost 6:28. See you later. God bless. Bye-bye.